In his young campaign in the squared circle, the popular media sensation and the undefeated boxer known as Jake Paul.
The bet is promising that this would
Wow, this kid is going to have a lot of problems. He's from the IBFP. Gentlemen, I provided you the guidelines in those two stories. He lives in Henderson, Nevada, and the Catskills. There are a minute and a half remaining in round 5. And Jake is searching for the Finnish goodness in the professions. They are at 9 victories, 1 defeat, 6 wins, and the data is coming by with a knockout. Fight hard, fight clean, touch them up. Puerto Rico via Cleveland, Ohio, is home to the singular LOMI on July 20th, 2024. Mike Tyson attended the boxing bout between Jake Paul and Mike Perry at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. The fight was initially supposed to take place on November 15, 2024 at T Stadium, but it was postponed owing to Tyson's health problems, notably an ulcer flare-up. In the 6th round of the bout in Dallas, Texas, Paul prevailed over Perry. Round that confirmed his scheduled confrontation with Tyson. Tyson responded favorably to Paul's victory, expressing his excitement for their rescheduled bout on social media and expressing grateful for the support he got throughout his recuperation. Tyson also reassured in conclusion, Tyson's presence at the Paul vs. Perry bout not only demonstrated his ongoing involvement in the boxing scene but also laid the groundwork for his eagerly awaited return to the ring against Paul later this year on a different date with the same outcome. Fans were assured that he would be prepared for their fight in November. "I'm your knockout, Jake Paul, come on, hit him." Indeed, Mike Tyson responded favorably to Jake Paul's triumph over Mike Perry. A countdown to their rematch, which is planned for November 15, 2024, at the T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. Tyson had earlier voiced his worries about Paul fighting the dangerous Perry, who was warning him. Following Paul's victory against Mike Perry in the 6th round, Tyson invited Perry to his wake and started the countdown on social media. The countdown starts in 118 days, 16 weeks, and 6 days, 17 weekends, 2 days, 16 hours, and 120 minutes. Timer 10, 95,200 seconds begins now. Tyson. While Tyson had reservations about Paul facing the AGG Live Perry, he ultimately approved of Paul's performance. Paul, the clock is ticking Jake's wake. This indicated Tyson's anticipation for their upcoming fight and confidence in his ability to knock out Paul despite the YouTuber's recent success against UFC veterans, and is now completely focused on their rescheduled fight in November, where he hopes to give Paul his first professional boxing defeat at 185. I'm Sam near perfect here at Perfect Platinum at 185. So Darren Tilly ain't going to answer that call because he had time off too. Jake Paul 230 pounds. Do I need to put some weight on and go fight somebody? You know who I mean? I'll fight anybody at bare knuckle, but they won't come do it with me. So what must I do to A Star Is Born? Bro, put me in the movies in Hollywood right now. No one wants to smoke win on July 20th, 2024. Against Mike Perry produced matchups that happen after the bout. Paul hinted at his desire to take on well-known opponents in a future fight with UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira. This comes after Paul's scheduled fight with Mike Tyson was postponed due to Tyson's health issues and is now set for November 15, 2024. Paul has been successful thus far. The fight created buzz about possible rematches and new challenges, including talks about Paul possibly facing Pereira in boxing, though contractual obligations could complicate success. This victory marked Paul's 4th straight victory since his only career loss to Tommy Fury, further solidifying his reputation in boxing as he continues to defeat former MMA fighters. Paul has now won 4 times in a row following his lone career defeat to Tommy Fury. Paul might fight Pereira in boxing, but contractual obligations could make the matchup more difficult overall. Fury is further solidifying his reputation in boxing as he continues to defeat former MMA fighters. The fight also generated buzz about possible rematches and new challenges. Paul's victory not only enhanced his reputation in the boxing community but also paved the way for thrilling upcoming bouts, especially against well-established fighters from other combat sports. He handled Mike Tyson's warning with a mixture of respect and caution, and assurance in an interview following the bout. Paul said he was impressed by Tyson, saying Mike he acknowledged Tyson's prominence, saying, "I love you, but this is my sport now. You're a legend, but I'm going to take your throne, brother," as one of Muhammad Ali's most well-known boxers in history, and expressed his respect for sharing the ring with him. On November 15, 2024, Tyson had announced a countdown to their bout, and Paul reaffirmed his devotion to that fight by saying, signed a contract on Netflix by November 15. He stressed his excitement for that one. "So I'm resolved to disprove his detractors' claims that he enjoys taking chances and is up for the challenge that Tyler offers despite the competitive nature of their approaching contest." Paul also said that Tyson had earlier expressed concern about his fight with Perry, showing a supportive relationship. Overall, though, Paul's reaction blended respect for Tyson's legacy with a strong assertion of his own ambitions in the boxing sport. The November 15, 2024 boxing bout between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is creating a lot of excitement and a range of expectations among fans and pundits. These are the main expectations regarding the age and experience discrepancy of the fight. Age. Space gap. Mike Tyson will be 58 years old when the fight takes place, a significant age gap that raises questions about Tyson's capacity to compete well against a much younger and more active opponent. Jake Paul is 27 years old. Paul has fought 10 times since 2020. And Tyson's last fight was an exhibition against Roy Jones Jr. in 2020. Tyson is still active in the boxing scene. Tyson's lack of activity over the years may have affected his abilities. Financial ramifications. Attractive event. Both fighters are anticipated to receive big paychecks versus a competitor who has been regularly preparing and competing. Estimates indicate the event might bring in about $300 million, due to the fighters' readiness to enter the ring and the financial incentive, which is a big component driving the fight's promotion. The bout is expected to be one of the most viewed boxing events, taking advantage of the participants' disparate histories. Paul's ascent as a social media celebrity who later became a boxer in Tyson's legendary reputation. Dynamics and forecasts. Paul's youth compared to Tyson's strength. Although Tyson is renowned for his knockout power, his age and the length of time since his last competitive fight raise concerns about his general effectiveness and stamina. However, some analysts speculate that the fight may resemble an exhibition match rather than a serious competition similar to Tyson's bout with Jones Jr., where both fighters engaged in a more controlled and less aggressive manner. This could lead to a more entertaining spectacle rather than a traditional boxing match focused on winning at all costs. Conversely, Paul's youth, size, and athleticism may give him a physical advantage in the ring. Potential for an exhibition fight. Public opinion. Conflicting responses. The boxing community has responded to the bout in different ways. While some are thrilled to see Tyson return to the ring, others wonder if the matchup is suitable considering Tyson's age and the possibility of damage. The fight between Tyson and Paul is expected to be a spectacle that combines entertainment and boxing to appeal to a broad audience while also raising questions about the nature of modern boxing matches. However, there are worries about the prospects of a younger fighter possibly defeating a boxing legend, which could overshadow Tyson's legacy.